What's up y'all, it's Seth here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how to design this in just a few minutes. And also guys, if you haven't liked this video, please do so. Let's go. Before we start this video, this is my most recent upload. I want to click on it. I want to say a shout out to these people for commenting on my channel. Okay, and guys, these guys are amazing so far. You can see I have 14 comments. And I have OJ Kunlio Lua. God damn it, this guy's name is sweet. Ojekun Liu Luas. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me, but I really acknowledge you guys. Okay, your name is really powerful and I don't know how to pronounce it. Forgive me. Okay, and then I have Chiboko. Ruji Chiboko. This guy is amazing. Man, Ruzbi is like amazing guy. It's an amazing guy. And then I have Ebenezer Inum as well. It's also an amazing guy. Thank you for commenting. And then I am Mega guy, thank you so much for commenting. I really love it. Aki Graphics has, let me click on Aki Graphics right now. I want you to check Aki Graphics also out. Aki Graphics is doing amazing as well. Okay, so look at this channel, he's doing amazing. Okay, so you can see him, 222 likes. Guys, let's help him get to 100 likes. All right, so it's one of my good friends I would say. Yeah, and then we have Eric Phillip. Thank you for commenting. Thank you too. And then Oreo Parinde, I don't know if I got it right. The password was not correct, sir. Oreo, the password was correct. The password was correct. Okay, so watch the video. Well, you'll find the password. Alright guys, so without that, please, if you haven't commented, comment on this new video as well, and I will really be grateful for that. Let's step into today's video. So Control N, let's create a new document. I'm going to use 2000 by 2000 pixels. I'm going to call it also birthday flyer, and this is going to be really interesting. I want you to watch this video to the end. And so 300 resolution here, and then click on create. Now also you need to create our guards, so I'm going to click on it. I'll type 8 here, and then click on OK. Now let's start with our background. And these are the source files. I'm going to leave everything in the description for you, and so I'll drag it into the canvas, and then I would resize it. Alright, and then I'll go back for this as well. This one I'm going to use it as the glow sunburst to give it a more natural look. Then I'll go and I'll give it soft light, so it makes it more natural. And also I'm going to pick this ellipse tool. I'll click around here, hold shift, then drag it like that. Okay, yes, Control T, and then you also want to make sure it is middle aligned. Alright, so you can see it's middle aligned, force in the middle here, force in the middle here as well. And that is it. And then I'll click on my text tool, and then I'll bring my text. You can see the cursor changes. I like that. Once the cursor changes, you can type there. I'll go, and then I'm gonna bring those text, and then I'll paste it around it. Now you cannot really see it, but it's there. So let's click on our character, and then let's just work all the font. So the font is going to be Montserrat. We are going to make it bold because we want it to be seen. And also the color, we need to give it a color that we can actually see. So let's call it FF741E. We can see this color. Let's stick to this. I also don't want to make it all caps, so I'm going to like this one. This is really nice. The font size, let's give it 18. Enter. And also I don't like the way the tracking is. It's too much. Let's give it 0. And that is it. The tracking to 0. And then let's see. Everything is perfect here. I want you to right click here and choose the black, this one. It's called path selection, to click on it. And then you can see that there is a what's it called, there is a kind of a dot over here. Click on it and then just drag it. Make sure the cursor doesn't go outside. It should be out. It shouldn't go inside the circle. It should be outside the circle. Drag it here. Alright, so I feel like this is better. Somewhere here is better. Then we'll come back and then drag this side also here. All right, so this is better. Now we've made it nice like that. This way we can now come to this one and then delete it, but I'm not going to delete it for now. I'm just going to hide it. Okay, so this is better. This looks better. I'll click on this and then I will duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl J and then I Ctrl T, and then I will just bring it down a little bit like that and then enter. All right, so we could go to the font size and give it 10. Ah, shit. Not that one. Which one is this? This is the one on top. This is the one underneath. So the one underneath it, let's give it 10. Okay. And this looks promising and nice so far. Alright, so we can now put everything in a group and then let's call it BG. However, we are not done with the background yet. There's still more to do. I'm going to click on my text tool and then I'm going to type somewhere there. I'm going to pick the name. Let's go pick the name. Ctrl C to copy it and then paste it, the name. And then I'm going to paragraph, make it middle aligned, click on my move tool and then drag it somewhere there. Ctrl T, just want to make sure it's in the middle. Okay, now let's do a little text editing. We are still using Montserrat, remember that. We need to make it regular or medium, and then the font size a little smaller. Let's make it 14, a little quite smaller. Okay, and then also you're going to change the color here. You can give it a yellowish color there so that it stands out a little bit more. And then let's give the tracking 1200, make it very elongated like that. I like the way it's spaced out. We can stick to this one and then let's drag it into that. Now this one, remember this, click on it and I want you to go to the rectangular tool and then go to fill, set a fill off, go to stroke and then just click on it and then just pick some yellowish color there will do. And then let's go to the stroke size. I want us to give it 18. Alright, and then let's resize it. We want to resize it until it hits or almost hits both sides of. We don't want it to touch the name. And I feel like this is better. Alright, so let's go to the blending modes. Let's set it to lighten. Where is lighten? This is lighten. Click on it. And just like that, we have made it much more interesting and nice. Okay, so I like this. Might like to reduce it a little because I don't like the way it's under the name. I'll reduce it a little bit more. Alright, and then let's see. Alright, so I feel like this is way better, way better. We could also go back to it, click on it and then go back and then maybe make the color a little bit more pronounced. Let's see. Alright, so that more lighter so that it sticks out. Let's see. Alright, so now it can be seen. I like this one better. I like this better. Now let's drag in our image. I believe let's go and drag in our image. Alright, so I'm dragging the image into Photoshop and you want to make sure it is middle aligned. Okay, so let's drag it somewhere here, then enter. Let's drag it on top of the background. You want to make sure it's middle aligned. Okay, so you could also resize it if you want to, but just make sure it's middle aligned because right now almost everything we are doing is middle aligned. Almost everything you're doing is middle aligned. Okay, so this is way better for me. I like the nose to fall in the middle of the line, so that's what I'm gonna do. I want the middle of the nose. That's it. I feel like this is way better. I'll put it in a group and then I'll call it image. Now let's click on the image and I want us to go to filter. Let's go to camera raw filter. I want to do a few corrections in there or a few editing in there. Okay, so now let's go to the basics and then I want you to drag the contrast up a little bit, around 16 or 15, and then also let's go to shadows. let's drag shadow up. Okay, all right, and then let's go to the white, so then let's drag the white down. Okay, then let's go to black, and then let's drag the black up. All right, and then let's go to clarity, let's drag it up. Let's go to vibrance, let's drag vibrance up a little bit. I think this is way better. We are done with it. Let's click on create. Now you can see how crispy it looks like. Right, like that, like that. We'll work with that one. And now let's go and let's give you some dates here. I'm going to click on my text tool and I'll type somewhere here, and then I'm going to pick that one, Control C, and I'm going to paste it in there. Okay, for the meantime, let's just give it color black for now, just for now. All right, just for now. Where's the color? Color black for now. Okay, now we're also going to use impact. I'm going to change the color again, so I'm going to use impact 2. I'm going to set the tracking to 0, and we want to use 35 for the font size. And then let's click on our move tool. Let's move it somewhere here. Okay, I feel like this is way smaller, but what can we do? I'm also going to pick that and then create a circle like that. Okay, and make sure the stroke is off, and then just deal with the fill. Make sure the fill is order on. I'll double click it, and I'm going to choose this color. I'm going to choose A5563F. Okay, and then click on OK. I'll drag it underneath the 29, and then hold Control and click on the ellipse. Make sure the move tool is selected and click on 29. Select 29 now. Now I'm going to select and then let me see. No, let's just click on our move tool, and then let's click there, and then let's click there. Okay, so it moves the whole thing into the middle. That is great. You also want to click on your text tool again and click somewhere there. All right, well, just select the ellipse right now, and then that is it. You want to select December, and then just paste December around it. Now click on your character. We are going to use Montserrat again for it. You're going to set the size over here to 7. That's right. And then we are going to set it to bold because we want it to be bolder. Let's make the tracking here 40. And this looks interesting. Alright, this looks interesting. There's only one way to do this. Okay, there's only one way to do this. We are going to select these two, and then we are going to make it smaller. Yep, enter. Okay, we need to make sure this is much more smaller, and then we need to also make sure this is much more smaller. Okay, let's make it color white throughout, and then let's make the number also color white throughout. And I feel like we should make this one 8. Let's see. All right, so that solves it. That solves it. And now let's put it in a group, and then let's call it date. So we are done with our date, but we want to click on a move tool and move our date somewhere here. Okay, let's move our date somewhere here. And now let's open it still, and then let's create a new layer and drag the layer down. You want to pick your brush, and then you also want to select soft round brush, and then you want to hold Alt and sample any of the yellowish colors there. Make sure your caps lock is off, and just hit there like that. Now let's go, let's set the color over there to linear dodge. Okay, we want to duplicate it again, click on your move tool, and then okay, so that is way better. Alright, so that is it for you. And now you also want to bring in the name, so I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to bring the name here, and I'm going to paste it there. On the name, I'm going to click on the color, and I will give it this color 522 B19. Enter. I also double click it, click on the middle, and then give it a space bar. Okay, so we are using BlowBrush. Now guys, you know me, I'll leave everything in the description for you because I love you guys, love you to the max. I'm gonna type 40 for the font size, click on my move tool, and then also go to paragraph, make sure it's middle aligned, Control T, and then let's put it in the middle here. Awesome. Let's go back to character and then do a few corrections in there. The tracking here to 40, also the font size to 40, and then let's go here to the leading, let's make it be 34. Let's see. Oh, somehow, and then let's double click it. Let's do some few layer style editing. I'll click on the stroke, and then I want to give it a very light color. I'm going to give it E6 B9 A3. Some color. I'm going to set the size over here to 13. I want it to be too big. I'm just going to set it to out here, normal here. The opacity, let's make it 95, and then the color, that's the color here. Alright, so now let's go to drop shadow. Use some drop shadow to make it more realistic and also interesting. Set it to multiply. The color, click on it, set the color to black. The opacity, let's set the opacity to 44, that's 44. And then the angle here, I want you to select the angle and give it 118. Nice, it's coming off nicely. The distance, let's give the distance to 7, and then let's give the spread 0, and then let's give the size 10. Okay, that is nice. Now I want you to come to the contour, then select select this. Yeah, select that one, and that is it. Click on okay. So this is the effect you're gonna have. You can see it, very nice effect over there. We're going to put it in a group, and we are going to call it name. Alright, so let's put it there. And also we want to add some confetti to it to make it more natural and epic. Okay, so we're going to drag those ribbons in there, and I'm going to drag this side like that. Enter. Now I'm going to pick my brush. I'm going to pick hard round brush. I'm going to click on my brush, and I'm going to pick the hard round brush. I'm going to give it mask, and then make sure my caps lock is also off. Reduce the size. We're going to hide the ones that we want. I know it sounds funny, right? But we are going to clean the ones that we want. So let's set this side to color black, and then let's click on the mask, the opacity and the flow to 100%, and then let's mask this one. We want that one. We also want this, so let's hide it. We also want this, so let's hide it. We also want this, so let's hide it. Alright, which one do I think we will want? We want that one as well, and then we might want that one, and we might also want this one. Well, I think that is all right. I think that is all. Let's just keep that one there as well. So once we are done with it, I want you to double click there and then click on invert. Yeah. So we have these ones. We have these ones in there. They're not many, but they are effective and nice. And so we want to give it some color, a little bit of color correction. Let's click on color balance, and then I want us to clip it to it. Once we do that, I want us to go set here to mid-tones, and then set the red to 30, that is 30, and then set this one to -10 will do. Okay, and then let's set this to 53. Okay, so let's just hide it for now. Now you can see it just changes the color a little bit, makes it more yellowish. Okay, so let's put it in a group, and then let's call it Converti. Now let's bring in our glues. And our glues, I'm going to pick my brush. I'll go and set it to soft round brush this time, and then hold Alt, and then I'll pick those lighter colors, and then set caps lock off, increase it a bit more, and then I'll just go and click somewhere here, and then I'll set it to linear dodge. Good, Control T, and then let's just push it in there. Now let's duplicate it, and then let's drag it here as well. Duplicate it, and then let's drag it here as well. Duplicate it, and then let's drag it there as well. In fact, with this one, I'm going to enhance it more like that. Okay, so this one I need to move it up a bit more. In fact, I need to make it much more bigger too. Okay, so I think that is good. I'm going to put all in a group, and I'm going to call it glow. Okay, so we are actually done with everything. So Control Alt Shift and then E to merge everything together. Right click it and then convert it to a smart object, and then let's deal with it finally in Camera Raw Filter. Now in Camera Raw Filter, we're first going to deal with the temperature. I'm going to move the temperature to 20. Nice. And then I'm also going to move the highlights here to 10, and I'm going to move the shadows to 7 or 6, and then the clarity, I'm going to move it all the way to maybe 5 or 7. And then what else? Vibrance, let's move it all the way to maybe around 14 or 15 and thereabout. And then let's just close it, and then let's go to details, and then sharpen. Let's move sharpen all the way to maybe around 25, and then annoyance a little bit. This one, let's move it there also, and then let's close it. Actually, let's go to effect, and then the green, let's move it all the way to maybe around 20. The vignette, let's bring it down to maybe around -24, and then let's click on OK. And guys, we are done with it. This is how you create something like this. Now if you love this video and you like what I do, you want to like this video, and you also want to subscribe to it, comment as well, so that anytime I create new videos, you will not miss out on them. Now if you want a PSD of this particular file, guys, you know what to do. Let's give this video a 50 likes, and then let's comment as well, and then the PSD will be ready for you. I love you all. See you in the next one.